This is a Headgum original.
That first sip feeling. That's how I'm feeling today. Have you guys seen this?
I don't think so.
It's printed on Starbucks cups.
Yes, I've seen
that first
that.
sip feeling. It says, "Let us add a little joy to your day." So I think that some marketing person at Starbucks listens to the show.
Everybody, let's get into it. Get stoked, get it started, get it started, get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here.
That Friday feeling though, for real. Thank Geoff, it's Friday.
Legs are
Sorry?
so spindly.
Jeff's?
And Geoff's.
Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
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 That's for the Patreon. Blurred for this one, but we're gonna start it off. No free foot content. Are you guys feeling that Friday feeling? You didn't answer the
A little
question.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time.
Now
big
I am.
time.
Big
Big
time.
time.
Yeah. Brad, you've been coming in with a certain joy. Do you want to speak to that?
Just in a good mood. For now. For now.
For now, I think we're
for
going to
now.
either sour it or enhance it. Let's keep things going. Some in Bond news, the casting office working on the new James films said that it's not going to be a well, first of all, they've only been saying it's going to be a guy. So they're saying it's not going to be a guy in his 20s because they don't have that gravitas. So I don't know. Like, Brad, you're in your 30s. I'm not. What do you guys think? Let's go Allie and then Marika. Who do you guys think has more gravitas?
Than
Between
me or
you and Brad?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go Brad for sure. Because you're
Yeah,
kind of
I
wearing
feel-
heart-shaped glasses right now, and that to me isn't really gravitas.
Yeah. I've got a hole in my jacket, which is kind of humble.
That's humble. It begs
Yeah.
the question, like, where has he been? What has he been
Yeah.
up to?
And you know what they say
Um,
about having a hole in your jacket. It's
All
better
the
to have
more-
it's better to have a hole in your jacket than a jacket in your
Hole?
closet.
Makes more sense.
No, it's better to have a jacket in your closet than to have a hole-ridden coat.
No.
Yeah.
No,
You just wanted
no.
to catch Marika saying,
No, I wanted to catch her outside with a jacket on.
well, my Bond of the Week was going to be Brad, but I'm going to maybe take it back now. Take it back now, y'all.
Nice.
One
Too
Brad
hot
this time.
My
That
Bond of
wasn't
the
me
Week-
getting the number wrong. That was me saying peace and love. My Bond of
Yeah.
the Week is Ringo Starr.
That's cool. My Bond of the Week, I gotta give it to Joe Alwyn, because, like, give him a job, you know what I mean?
Sorry.
Yeah.
so-
Rough week
yeah.
for him.
You want
know who that
him to
is.
be Bond because he's an unemployed actor.
He's not an unemployed actor. It's just there's been a lot of, like, tweets and discussion going on post breakup with Taylor Swift, like that he's just never gonna work again, which I don't believe. And so why don't we give him Bond?
Well, and also in this acting gig economy, maybe he is unemployed right now.
Allie's
Yeah.
reading from note cards. She's scripted this episode. This is so fucked up.
Chicken is feeding her lines.
Yeah. We should also say the audio listeners haven't heard his ass, but the visual listeners have seen his ass or lack thereof. Amir's been setting up for 9 minutes. He owns a podcast company, and it takes him that long.
We're in, baby.
There he is. Brad, who's your Bond of the Week? Did you say?
I did not. I'm going to go with Steven Yeun.
That's
I've
pretty
been
good.
wa-
That's
I've
a
been
good
watching,
Bond. Allie, who do you got?
Okay.
What? You had more?
Didn't they?
I was going to elaborate.
Didn't
Then go
Oh,
on.
But
please
it's fine.
elaborate.
No.
Yeah. I look
No.
like I'm hungover, but I didn't I got dinner last night. That's not like a hungover thing. It's kind of funny.
Didn't they also say that not only is it going to probably be someone in their 30s, but it's someone unknown?
Relatively unknown.
Yeah.
Relatively.
All right. So my bond of the week is Geoff in 5 years.
I can do the accent, yeah. The name is James Bond.
You've got 5 years to
James
perfect it.
Bond.
Yeah, she's
getting
saying that
better
you're
already.
still going to be relatively unknown in 5 years. So, kind of an insult, too.
Really? I thought it was sort of McConaughey style where it's like, my hero is myself in 5 years.
That's good.
Just, I think a way to just self-diagnose narcissism.
That speech made me laugh. I think about that probably quarterly.
It's a good amount of time.
That's like 25 more times than I have. Amir is doing his taxes, it seems. Who do you got?
Freddie Freeman.
All right. Let's move on. A French court approved Macron's unpopular plan to raise the retirement age in France. Thoughts?
Oh yeah, how was France?
We talked about it last week. We talked about it last week, so we don't have to keep going on and dragging on. This
asking you
Francophile.
as a friend.
Oh. It was awesome. Yeah. I sort of appreciate the French culture in terms of sitting on a patio, really, and like indulging in like a beef bourguignon for brunch. Yeah.
So
And
heavy
it's
for brunch.
that's the thing. In France, they have a heavy lunch, right? Because you might take a 2-hour, but you might take a 2-hour lunch, which is kind of unheard of. Like for us, we go to what? Tacos Delta just to make it fast and cheap. Versus in France, they'll spend euro on their own lunch.
Yeah, it's fun visiting a country that isn't dominated by capitalism. Like people just
Yeah.
take long vacations, stores are closed in the afternoon. They're not supremely just motivated by maximizing cash until they die.
Yeah. If anything, I'm sorry to say, Brad, but they're about maximizing gash. I had some of the best sex of my life in France.
And that was directed at me. Why?
I was apologizing sort of as like a trigger warning to you because I didn't want to offend. You've been on the show a lot less than the other three, so they're just kind of used to it in terms of gash.
Okay. Appreciate that.
While I was in Paris, I actually ended up at a Macron protest. But it wasn't because I necessarily care about the pension age in France, but it was because I was walking in the same general direction, right? So it felt like I was joining the stream of sea turtles in Finding Nemo.
What is the
That's
age?
awesome.
From what to what?
They bumped it up from 62 to 64, which I think is fine.
Yeah.
I disagree.
like-
I don't think it's fine.
Well, it's not ideal, but it's not like 62 to 70, right? Like you can do 24 more months.
Don't you have to be 65 to get a senior discount at the movie theater here? So
In America,
this is all
yeah.
still ahead of so
That's what I'm
they're
saying.
still ahead of schedule.
Exactly right. Also with like life expectancy continues to go up. So I don't know. It's like adjusting for inflation. Marika,
Life
what do you got?
expectancy is going up.
Is it not?
I don't know if that's true.
Really?
I thought it was cut by like a quarter.
It was like 3
So we're
years
gonna-
down, right?
I don't know at this point.
We should all, yeah.
Yeah.
NBA playoffs. What are we thinking, Amir?
Suns versus Bucks, the rematch, NBA Finals.
Really?
That's my prediction.
Western Conference Finals. Who do you have though?
Phoenix over Denver.
Phoenix over Denver? That's not possible. That would be the semifinals.
Let's go Suns over Warriors in 6.
Do you believe the Lakers can even win one series?
Yes.
So you think they're going to fall to the Warriors?
I mean, hopefully not, but yeah, I think that's the most likely scenario.
Are you putting money on it?
I put money on other teams to win.
Are you going to see any games while they're playing in LA?
Am I going to the games, you mean?
Yeah.
No,
Okay. Where do you think you might watch the games?
probably with a buddy.
I said where.
Oh, either at his house or mine or
Why are you
sports
assuming
bar
I'd be
or
a
something.
man?
What's that?
Nothing. Are you going to wear a jersey to support or purple and gold at all?
Maybe a Lakers shirt. I don't have a Lakers jersey.
Yeah.
You
Maybe you
don't?
bring some
Mm-mm.
purple wine and that liquid gold. Heineken.
Meaning? Oh, I see.
Just as like a gift if you're going
What
to
do
go over to
you-
their house. What's that?
Amir, what do you think about Tristan Thompson going to the Lakers?
I guess they needed one last big body to play third string center. I don't think he'll get that many minutes, but at least he has, a high defensive IQ and some camaraderie with LeBron James. So at the very least, he'll be able to impart wisdom from the bench. And if he's playing, then things have either gone horribly right or wrong that game.
It's cuffing season and Tristan is a Laker. He is a big boy. He's a big boy. I need a big boy.
Da 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 da. Why? Huh?
Marika, do you want to talk about Jar Joy for a minute?
I assume you're referring to the screenshot that you texted me at 2 a.m. my time last night that was restaurant / ghost kitchen that I
virtual
assume
brand,
serves cake jars. Did you order
Yeah.
any?
I didn't get any, yeah.
I think you should.
Yeah, maybe.
Have you guys talked about Jeff's ring yet?
Ring?
No.
No. Where'd you get it?
I got it on Rue Berthet in the 4th arrondissement de Paris.
Mhm.
It was actually across the street from Jim Morrison's last residence.
Oh, we did talk about that last
Yeah.
week.
We did, but I edited it out because it was not interesting. So here we go again.
Did you go to that store looking for a ring, or did you just see a ring and you're like, oh, that could be kind of cool to wear that ring?
The second one. I like it because it says PG on it, which I sort of turned into Paris Geoff.
Paris Geoff, yeah.
Yeah, so when I put it on, I feel like I'm in Paris, or should I say Gay Paris.
Is it which is another GP? Is it another all-time thing,
Yeah.
or are you wear it if the outfit calls for it?
It's if the outfit calls for it. It's if I'm in the mood to be gay, whether in Paris or not. And yeah.
So do you take it off at night and put it on in the morning, like a hat?
If it can
or
get
are you-
off of my finger, which it depends if it's cold or hot in the room.
yeah,
if
it
it's
looks kinda
hot-
taut right now. Right?
Yeah, because it's hot. And if it's not hot, it almost falls off. So I don't know if it's the right size or what.
Interesting. Can you slide it up and off right now, or it's kind of tightly on there? Taking a look. He's sort of rotating.
It's on
corkscrew.
there.
Yeah,
It's,
tight.
it's really
Can't
on
get past
there,
the knuckle,
actually.
right?
I sent Marika this screenshot, right, of Jar Joy, and not to be confused with Jardia. This is what it looked like.
Oh.
So-
not an appetizing image.
Not at all. No, it looks a little bit. It looks like nocturnal emissions. Let's just call it what it is. My question is also $13 for Jar Joy. That's pretty steep. I wanted to know what your guys' Jar Joy was.
Jar of Joy.
Jar Joy. Sorry, Jar Joy.
Actually,
Not
I
to be
do
confused with charred soy. We'll get to that.
my
What a
Jar
cliffhanger!
Joy currently. Have you guys been on Water Talk?
Like
No.
TikToks about water.
Yeah, it's this new thing. That
I can't
keeps-
keep up with anybody younger than me at this point.
Well, I feel like they're not younger. I feel like they're women in their 30s that are going around being like, "Let's make my water for the day," and it's they'll fill this is just regular water in my Stanley cup, but they'll take the little Stanley cups and they'll pour packets of flavoring in there, like 3 or 4. They'll pour sugar-free syrups. I just saw one today that was a lady making a pink wedding cake water.
Gross.
But if you're putting syrup in your flat water,
You're not
Call
an
it
adult.
something else. Call it something.
Yeah,
Don't call
it's
it
jarring
my water for the day.
season and all the cake is in jars. I need a jar joy. I need a jar joy. I need a jar joy.
Yeah, so that's my jar
Yeah,
joy.
so that's your jar joy.
Yeah.
Allie, what's your jar joy?
I haven't really been interacting with a lot of jars lately. I don't know. I guess just I've been making my own. I don't know.
That's fair. You don't need to have an answer. I guess just wanted to make it a round robin of sorts.
I appreciate you asking and checking in.
What about a favorite condiment that comes in a jar?
That's completely different than jar joy, unless your jar joy is this condiment. So let's
Yeah.
maybe not redirect the whole fucking round table until everyone's gotten a
I'm-
chance.
I was just giving.
I just keep thinking of Jar Joy, Jar Jar Binks. That's
Me
just the
too.
loop
Yeah.
that's
Jar
going on in
Joy
my head.
Binks. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm like, that's his sister.
Jar Jar Binks' sister is Jar Joy Binks.
Oh, hello.
Oh, who invited Jar Joy?
With the ED, jarred. Joy.
Yeah.
Jar Joy.
I also like to think of it as like a cake in a tin, but on top of a roof. So it's a jar joil.
Oh God.
What, Brad? You don't even have an answer for your jar joy. Last
didn't
week
ask.
I asked you if you had found your beach, and you didn't have an answer for that either.
Yes, I did.
Really?
You haven't asked me yet today, and I answered you last week.
What's your jar joy?
I've been experimenting with pickling a lot. I pickled an avocado.
Ew.
How did
Wow.
that?
It's
turn
real.
out?
No, it's a real thing. It's actually pretty
know.
good on a sandwich.
Pickled avocado.
Was it-
Is the
can I-
consistency the same?
On a sandwich.
Does it stay creamy, my friends?
Oh.
What?
Are you?
I can't ask if a pickled
half?
avocado stays creamy, my friends.
Am I
It's the
pickling?
my friend's part of it that makes it predatory, I think.
How are
Steak
you?
On a sandwich.
Yeah, we got the sandwich right for sure. How are you putting
My
it in
friend.
the jar?
How am I
Is
putting it in
going
the jar?
Slices? Is it halves?
Oil,
Is
chili.
it
Whole,
cubes?
whole avocado. Cram it
Skin
in there.
on?
Skin on.
Get a bigger jar if you have to cram it in there.
You gotta really mush it in there,
oh.
and then it's good on a sandwich.
That part
My-
I get.
Yeah.
There was never any question about that part.
Yeah, put some seasoning in there
Yeah.
on the sandwich. I mean,
On the sandwich, yeah.
What are you pickling the avocado with? Like, what's your vinegar spice combo?
Great question.
well, distilled white
Okay.
on a sandwich.
That's what I wanted Walter White's daughter to be named.
Distilled.
Yeah.
That's actually Jar Jar Binks' sister's name.
Distilled White Binks.
Binks.
And yeah, she's kind of a minx. Rrr. Speaking of, how do you guys stay sex ready?
You didn't ask me about my jarred joy.
Do you want to answer about your jar joy?
I had a pretty good answer.
So say it. Now's your chance.
Well, I don't know if you were going to move on entirely or we were done with the segment.
Just don't worry about the structure. Just say it if you have one.
Langer's matzo ball soup gets delivered to you in a ball jar.
Does it
A
stay
quart.
creamy, my friends?
No, it does not
Oh.
stay creamy. It stays salty. There's a nice ball, some egg noodles, broth, and that's it.
That's a good answer.
That is a really good answer, actually.
It's a
the best jar joy
fantastic
of us all.
answer. Yeah.
Are you okay?
A ball jar?
A ball jar.
Binks.
Jar Binks.
How do you guys stay sex ready? Like, how do you, like, stay ready to just kind of be there with the not only emotionally, but physically? Like, how do you stay ready to sort of swing that thing, have liquid hips, and you also got to make sure that your lips aren't chapped, and by that I mean all four. According to SiliconValley.com, time flies when you're drinking good beer in San Jose. Thoughts?
I've been to
Why
San Jose.
San Jose?
I don't know. That was the headline. Time flies when you're drinking good beer in San Jose.
Did you like San Jose, Amir?
I mean, it's nice. It's a fairly big Bay Area city. I wouldn't say it's super special, and I don't really like beer, so I disagree with the headline.
You know what? In my head, I was just confusing.
Yeah, so we're just straight to commercial,
We're
I guess.
moving on. We're moving on.
Guys, our next sponsor has a product that I use literally every day, and that's AG1 by Athletic Greens, right? I used to take a bunch of different pills and supplements to look out for my health, but now I get it all from an all-in-one nutritional insurance, which is Athletic Greens, all right? It's just one scoop in a cup of water every day. I wake up, get out of bed, put some water in my stomach, all right? And then I do the AG1, and then I have my cold brew, and I'm off to the races, right? The rat races and honestly, the horse races, which I've lost a lot of money at. It's hard for me to keep up with a supplement routine. Like I said, it was expensive, it was cumbersome, and now you can get it all from one delicious scoop of Athletic Greens. All right, it's the healthiest thing you can do in under a minute, and it's powerful because it's so easy that it fits into your lifestyle. I've come to crave the routine of doing this every morning. All right, and I have this energy. It's 9:30 already, and I still have this energy because I started the day with AG1. Right? It's been a part of millions of mornings since 2010, and it gives you increased energy and mood support, making it easy to live your best life. So if you're looking for an easier way to take supplements, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Go to athleticgreens.com/what's that? Again, that's athleticgreens.com/what's that? Check it out. Thanks, Athletic Greens. All of the rice. All of the rice, ruin the rice in here, baby. Extra charred, I want y'all to scald soy. Burn up the rice in here, baby. You know about grains, want you to drink poison sauce, want you to char all of the grains. Dark char, rice in jars, all of the rice, all of the rice. Until it's Benihana where we are, all of the rice. So, if you want rice, you can spill hoisin all over the sand. If you eat grains, you will ruin the rest of your life. Something wrong. My stomach churns. I cooked the rice, but it didn't burn. I ate the rice. She called the feds. I did that time and ate that bread. I'm just kidding, it wasn't bread. It was ancient grains, slathered in soy. To my surprise, consistency of sand, I had to take rice to that ghetto university rice. White rice, brown rice, fried rice, black rice, sticky rice, all of the rice, all of the grains. Jasmine, bamba, parboiled, long grain, Amsby, all of the rice. Some rice in here, baby. Extra soy, I want y'all to scald sand, scoop up the char and rice, baby. You know about grains, want you to hoisin sauce and want you to char all of the grains. Ooh, soy.
I think the fascinating thing about the album that you're now putting together is that no album always has the same lyrics in different songs.
I loved that you couldn't find just a backing track and we could just hear the actual song in the background. And the bars, by the way, bars.
Yeah.
Chars, yeah, chars.
Yes.
Jars.
For sure.
I want to feature on one of those. If you if you wouldn't mind letting me do a verse.
No, that would be absolutely great. I mean, how much is it for
Absolutely
Of the
grain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it pro bono. I'll do
Pro
it pro
rice?
I'll do it pro bono. We'll do a U2 parody.
which is free as long as you pay me as good as Bono.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any notes?
Not a
I
one.
think
It was
you're
perfect.
really good.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I love
I feel
the-
like for
I love that.
an impromptu performance, you're like pretty on beat. Lyricism is like classic.
Yeah, you
I
hit
had
all
a
the
good time.
notes. You hit
You hit all the
the
notes.
consistency of sand. There was an
Yeah.
Almsby reference in there, I
Mhm.
believe.
Ancient grains.
been a really long
hoisin.
time.
Yeah. Jar.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any
been a long-
questions about the lyrics? Because is there anything you couldn't hear?
I couldn't hear a lot of it.
Yeah,
Really?
let's hear it again. Let's get a
The
reprise.
whole thing, or do you just want to hear me speak the lyrics?
I do have a question about. I liked the verse that listed all of the grains.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I liked when you got to the all of the grains or all of the rice part of the song, but I felt like that wasn't repeated as the chorus.
In terms
should-
of all of the grains.
Like
In terms of, yeah.
all of the rice, yeah. All of the grains and all of the rice.
Okay, well, you're wrong. Sorry to be like aggressive, but it's actually rice, white rice, brown rice, fried rice, black rice, sticky rice, all of the rice, all of the grains, jasmine,
Okay.
bamba, parboiled, long grain, Amsby, all of the rice. And then it's ruin some rice in here, baby. Extra soy, I want y'all to scald sand. Scoop up the char in rice, baby. You know about grains, want you to house hoisin sauce, want you to char all of the grains.
I feel like all of ending that with all of the grains instead of all of the rice. What was the choice behind that?
It's the first one also ended with all of the grains, so that is that's like a
Right, but the
Coda.
lyrics of the regular song are all of
Sure.
the lights.
But sometimes
all of the rice, all of the grains.
Sure.
dissonance is a good thing. You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Are you wanting more assonance in the consonants, or is the dissonance not resonance with your ass?
I think
What's your stance on the resonance?
the dissonance doesn't resonate,
Okay.
but
I thought
maybe
it
in
was-
time it will.
I thought it was perfect.
You thought it was, you have no notes from Brad. Allie, you
No
said that you were just happy that it's back. Do you have any
It's
notes?
been so long since no notes. It's been so long since something new has happened to me, and this was new.
Can we just speak through these lyrics and then I'll see if you guys have any last minute notes?
I would love to hear.
It's all of the rice, all of the rice. Rice, rice, all of the rice. Ruin the rice in here, baby. Extra charred, I want y'all to scald soy. Burn up the rice in here, baby. You know about grains. Want you to drink hoisin sauce. Want you to char all of the grains. Dark char, rice in jars, all of the rice, all of the rice. Until it's Benihana where we are, all of the rice. Soy. If you want rice, you can spill hoisin all over the sand.
Yeah.
Right. That doesn't make sense.
Wow.
Sorry, what?
That's the one that stuck out to me.
What do you mean? What's wrong with that?
Hoisin sauce is like a thick plum sauce, right? So
Yeah.
you
Sure.
spill that on sand. That's not even close. If you want rice, you can spill hoisin on sand. That's
I-
nothing.
I think that line would kind of like flow better if
Yeah.
because the actual line is if you want it, you could get it for the rest of your life. Something like you could get it for the rest of your rice. Something like that. Ending it with rice.
If
Yeah,
you
or-
want rice, you can spill hoisin all over the sand.
That's better. Yeah.
It's the same. Did he change anything?
That's also not what I said, but
If
cool.
you eat grains, you can ruin the rest of your
of your rice.
If you want grains, you will ruin the rest of your life.
Mm.
Something wrong. My stomach churns. I cooked the rice, but it didn't burn. I ate the rice. She called the feds. I did that time and ate that bread. I'm just kidding. It wasn't bread. It was
I do
ancient
love in a
grains.
song. I do love in a song where they're like, just kidding.
Yeah.
It was ancient grains slathered in soy. To my surprise, consistency of sand. I had to take rice to that ghetto university.
Yeah, that part kind of didn't flow.
Rice, white rice, brown rice, fried rice, black rice, sticky rice, all of the rice, all of the grains. Jasmine,
That was the best part.
I agree.
Jasmine, bamba, parboiled, long grain, Omsby, all of the rice.
Oh, so
Yeah.
I have a question about that list.
Okay.
Bamba.
Yeah.
What
Isn't that
kind
like
of
a
rice
peanut
is that?
snack?
I believe it's like it's like that yellow rice.
Bamba?
Oh.
Bamba rice.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see it as a type. I guess a
Ruin,
paella rice.
yeah, that
like a
kind of thing.
saffron.
Exactly right, yeah. Ruin some rice in here, baby. Extra soy. I want y'all to so I need to do these back to back so you can hear the differences. The first one is ruin some rice in here, baby. Extra chard. I want y'all to scald soy. Burn up the rice in here, baby. You know about grains. Want you to drink hoisin sauce. Want you to char all of the grains. Second one is ruin some rice in here, baby. Extra soy. I want y'all to scald soy. Scoop up the char in rice, baby. You know about grains. Want you to house hoisin sauce. Want you to char all of the grains.
I do think it's interesting that in your list of rice, it's all kinds of rice except for parboiled and Omsby.
Yeah. And also a restaurant that doesn't exist
Yeah.
anymore, right?
All right. I'm starting to get sensitive because you guys are having notes.
Also, I feel was a lyric earlier in the song "rice in jar" because I
Dark
feel
char, rice and
like
jars.
rice in jar. So I feel like we should start a business called Rice in Jars, and it's mason jars of rice
Yeah.
bowls in a
Okay.
jar.
So and we could call it, what was it?
Rice in jar.
Jarred joy.
Jar Joy. Or maybe it was
Jarred soy.
It was Jar Joy.
Joy Soy or Joy Soy. Joy Soy
Joy
by the Soy
Soy?
Boys. Because it's a
What
bunch
about-
of liberal cucks.
but it's
What
jarred.
I see. What's that?
It's jarred.
I'm trying to put together a fucking album. All right. The last thing I need to be worrying about is a business venture separate from all of that. Unless it's going to be a marketing like pop up. Are you saying it's a virtual brand like when fucking, what's his name? Another Wing? DJ
Yeah.
Khaled?
Yeah.
If it's that, I'm in, but I don't want to do any work for it. That's going to be a marketing ploy on your ass. What I have to focus on is the lyrics, the beats, the mastering, the mixing, and recording in that order.
Mhm. Yeah.
We have to move on. According to CNBC, you shouldn't ask, how are you? You should ask these 8 questions instead. So this was an article released by CNBC this morning, and I wanted to ask y'all these 8 questions and see what your response was. So basically, the article argues that you shouldn't just ask people, how are you? Because nobody ever gives a real answer to that. But they might give a real answer to these. Let's start with the first one. How are you really?
That's just the
Is
follow-up
that a follow-up
question.
or can we go straight to the first one? Hey, how are you really?
That's the first one. It's, hey, how are you really?
I'm really fine.
Really? That's fine. Brad,
You're asking me how I am really?
how are you really?
Is
I-
that what your shirt says, actually?
Yeah. Hi, how are you? Yeah.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, really.
I think I would answer that the same way that I would answer how are you, which is fine.
Marika, how are you really?
Fine.
Allie, how are you?
You're
I feel
really?
like
How? How are you really?
I'd be like, really? You want to know?
Yeah. All right, that one was sort of a flop. Maybe CNBC should have ran it by the editors one last time. Here's the second one. These are real, by the way. I didn't make these up. This is from the article. This is the second one. How are you doing right now?
They're telling you in this article that you're supposed to ask these in succession.
No, I think they're all alts.
Oh, okay.
How are you doing right now? Marika?
Fine.
Fine.
Brad, how are you doing right now?
Also fine, man.
Allie, how are you doing right now?
Fine.
Amir, how are you doing right now? How are we not CNBC?
Yeah, it's funny. I like this. It's fun to be here. I'm happy.
Here's the third one. What's been on your mind lately?
That's like such a
Getting
jump.
Yeah,
to
it's getting a little better.
anything.
What's been on your mind lately? Anyone?
Brad's shirt is basically these questions.
That's funny.
Scroll down. Hi, how are you? Oh, never mind.
I've been
That's
thinking a
all.
lot about.
He's being carried into outer space.
I float away.
I'm cutting that out. That exchange wasn't funny.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Sorry.
How
yes.
are you? And I'm not sorry. I cannot sleep. I cannot be tonight.
I cannot sleep. I cannot burn the rice.
Hey.
Don't burn your rice. It's sore and I'm drinking poison inside a
The
jar. Yeah. Just for a little
Poison
teaser for
is
next week, I
good.
guess.
That was really good.
Don't waste your rice on soy. I'm charred ready. The joy inside my jar.
How are rice? And I'm so soy. Etc.
Yeah. What's been on your mind lately? Do you guys want to pass? There's a couple more that we have to get to.
Is there anything on your mind lately?
Yeah, actually. I'm not at liberty to talk about it on this forum.
Understood.
I guess use like vague sort of references to it so that when it does happen or become public, we'll be like, oh, that's what he was alluding to.
I had a big professional opportunity happen yesterday, and I'm
Okay.
really hoping that by the time this episode comes out, there's some news around that.
He's
Is it
gonna
like an audition,
fucking be
or-
Bond.
It's
Oh my
time for a
God.
James Bond. That's Brown Bond. Actually, that could be funny. James Brown as Bond. So it's like,
Dead.
get up! And the bad guy is like,
When do you think you'll hear about the huge opportunity?
I think in the next week. These things move fast.
So like acting, writing, directing, which genre of creativity are we talking?
Poetry, poesy, heresy.
You're up for a heresy job?
If you were being completely honest with me, how would you describe your feelings lately?
Yes,
number
these are
four.
just different ways of saying how are you.
The next
Totally probing.
What's feeling good and what's feeling hard?
Mm. That's what she said.
Nice.
Nice. That's kind of inappropriate.
All right, that's what I meant.
Oh, sorry.
Are you still sick, Geoff?
No, I wouldn't say I'm sick today. I'm still a little congested, but not sick.
You had like a cold or something?
I had a non-COVID flu game.
And you think it's not COVID because you tested once, tested every day, or just didn't feel like it was COVID?
I
at the
tested
time?
once, twice, 3 times, no COVID. That's a Commodore's reference. The last time we talked, you were dealing with insert problem. How has that been lately? So I tailored these to y'all. Marika, the last time we talked, you were dealing with not getting in to see every Broadway musical ever. How has that been lately?
You know, it's rough, but I'm powering through.
Allie, last time we talked, you were dealing with matters of the heart. How's that been feeling lately?
Better. Thank you.
Brad, last time we talked, you were dealing with me ghosting your ass. How has that been lately?
I mean, I haven't forgiven you, if that's what you're asking.
Amir, last time we talked, you were dealing with COVID-induced erectile dysfunction. How has that been lately?
Not hard, right?
Nice.
Plugs! Let's get to our weekend. What do you guys have going on? What do you want to point the people towards? Let's start with Allie.
We're gonna have our next LA-based Headgum Happy Hour show on May 11th at the Dynasty Typewriter, which is very exciting. And besides that, you can follow me on Instagram at AllieCon and at Letterboxd and Twitter and my Venmo. Buy me a sandwich.
That sounds good. A sandwich.
Has anybody sent you any cash on Venmo
Yeah, enough to buy a sandwich.
from this show?
Is that
Yeah.
legal? I want to know the legality of that. Can I just solicit cash?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
I don't know.
At Jeffrey
you guys
James.
said it was okay, so I kind of just did it.
Why would that be illegal?
Bradler?
Brad the Human on Instagram and also Venmo.
Amir?
Ali Khan on Venmo. Ali Dash Khan. What are we thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's KAH.
Let's see if we can get Allie $250 this week.
How's that for a sandwich?
If every listener of this show Venmoed you $1, actually, you'd be able to buy a
the
house.
richest person
you feel
in
like
this fucking Zoom by a lot.
Are you okay? You should be the richest one.
Exactly.
Right. Compounding interest. You're
Of
40.
course. Yeah. I've had the most time to amass wealth, and it's amassed to nothing.
Wait. It's a mouse to nothing?
Yeah, as in I started with a mountain and made it a molehill. I basically put my entire net worth
And my
into-
whole Amir Russi into
into a
FTX.
high risk, low reward stock portfolio. I did not diversify, Your Honor.
I
And I'm
invested
pretty
in
much bankrupt.
Dogpile Mail before they went IPO. Or should I say IP'd-O? I peed out my cash out of my ash. I'll be tell her otherwise. I don't know what's wrong with me. Marika.
Venmo Allie and follow me at Marika Elon on Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd.
All right.
And listen to the Pitfall.
Listen to the shit wall.
Wow.
That was a Headgum original.